Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. In today's class, we are going to discuss again two more problems relating to capitalizations. But I am going to just guide you how to work out these two problems, and finally you have to be work out. I will guide you how we are going to work out these two problems. So let us start with a discussion. So again, this is a continuation problem. Okay, this is a problem number one for today homework. So this is also a case study. Here whatever we discussed in the previous class, the problems are relating to they are given one company balance sheet, means they are given one company information. So based on that we are going to calculate it, book value and real value, then we are going to conclusion. But in this problem they are given two company information. Two company means what? H company and R company. That is, there is no need to much difficulties. uh, Instead of one company they are given two company information. Then what we have to do? First we have to calculate one company's book value and real value, then we have to take the decision. Again we are going to take second company information, then based on that we are going to calculate a book value and real value. Let us start with the discussion of problem. H limited and R limited are two companies operating in a same industry. Average rate of industry has been 10%. Dear student, average rate of industry means what? The normal rate of return. Normal rate of return, nothing but fair value of return. So that is what 10% is to be given in the problem. Please, important. Next, during the year 2006 and 7, H limited earn profit before interest and tax, EBIT is rupees 2 lakh. It means this is earning, dear students. So EBIT is nothing but what? Earnings. Whenever we are going to calculating the real value, na, so before going to calculating the real value, what we are doing? We are going to calculating capitalize the value of earnings. So what is the formula for capitalized value of earnings? Expected earnings divided by normal rate of return. Na? Then what is earnings right now? For H company, we are going to taking earnings is 2 lakh. The normal rate of return is 10% into 100. Then we will get it a capitalized value of earnings. Once you get the capitalized value of earnings, then we will move to the calculation of a real value. Please attention. Like that again, R limited earn 1 lakh rupee. Again, R company is going to earn 1 lakh. It means this is a H company earnings and this is what a R company earnings. Okay, rate of return is 10%. Let us move to the what? Balance sheet. See, this is H company liabilities, R company's liabilities, H company's assets, and R company's assets. It's very clear. And the market price shares of H limited was 22, and that R company is rupees 12. Is it clear? So they are given market price of company H is 22 and R company is to be 12. Is it clear? Yes. So they are given market price, but the market price is not much important because we have to calculate first book value. So after calculating the book value, we have to compare with the real value. So laterly I would like to talk about the market price of the H company and R company. Okay, so first and again they are asking you case study. Determine the capitalization of H company and R company, means we are going to calculate what is the capitalization position of a H company and R company. How we are going to take the capitalization of H company, R company? So first we have to calculate book value and real value. So based on book value and real value, we have to take the company. The company is under capitalization or over capitalizations or fair capitalizations. Okay, the one first thing is clear. Second thing, state whether these companies are over capitalizations or under capitalizations. So then what we have to do? That we have to be state that under means determine capitalization means what? First we have to calculate the book value and real value. In second case, in second case, based on book value and real value, we have to state it whether the company is under capitalization or over capitalizations. In third case, we are going to suggest remedies to correct over or under capitalization of the companies. If company is under capitalization, if company is over capitalizations, based on that we have to suggest certain remedies. The remedies are laterly I will give you. Okay, so first we are going to, okay dear students, is it clear? So first we are going to calculate the very simple. I think as per the given information, first we are going to calculate. These are the three things we are going to justify. First we are going to calculate book value and real value of H company and R company. And again in the second case we have to come to the conclusion company is under or over capitalizations. And next is what we are going to suggest the remedies overcome from the under and over capitalization of the concerned companies. So first is what we are going to calculate the H company is a book value. I will guide you. You have to do that. So H company book value. So before going to calculation of book value, what is the formula for book value? That is net asset available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. Okay, so then again, net asset available to equity shareholders, how we are going to getting? So net assets is equal to total assets of H company 20 lakh. So in that 20 lakh minus outside liabilities. What are the outside liabilities? Equity share will not be there, preference share will not becomes. Okay, sorry, preference share is there, outside liabilities, what are preference shares? So this is 3 lakh. Is reserve fund will not be there, and again creditors. So 3 plus 8, 3 plus 5, 8 lakh. So again this is what, 12 lakh. So 12 lakh is what, net asset available to, I am writing only shortcut, 12 lakh. Net asset available to equity share, what is what, 12 lakh. So 12 lakh divided by number of equity shares. See, number of equity shares is not mentioned. So then how we are going to finding the number of equity shares? So very simple, total capital divided by each price. So 10 lakh divided by 10 rupees. So then we'll get it, 1 lakh is what, number of equity shares. Is it clear? If there is no number of share information in the liability side, then very simple, total capital divided by each price of the share. So then we'll get 1 lakh. 12 lakh divided by 1 lakh, we will get the book value of H company. The book value of H company is what, 12 rupees. Is it clear? So this is what, 12 rupees book value. Next is what, real value. So real value, how we are going to calculating real value? What is the formula for real value? Real value is real value formula, that is capitalized value of earnings divided by number of shares. Capitalized value of earnings is not available. So then first we are going to calculating capitalized value of earnings. So what is the formula for capitalized value of earnings? Very simple, that is earnings divided by normal rate of return. Earnings is already given in the paragraph, already I told you. So earnings is available here. So they are given, H company is 2 lakh and R company is 1 lakh. And normal rate of return is also 10%. Very simple. You have to calculate what is what will be the earnings, that is 2 lakh divided by 10% into 100. You have to do that. You will get it, a capitalized value of earnings. So then directly insert in the formula. Why I am not solving the problem? Because in the previous class we discussed different problems relating to the book value and real value calculations. It is very simple. Purposely I am giving work for you only. You have to do it. You have to practice. Then you will be perfect in this case, because it's very important topic and very easy to carry the marks. Okay, and you have to calculate the real value. I will directly tell the answer. Book value of H company, that is 12 rupee. Real value of H company, real value of H company is, that is 20 rupees. Okay, so based on, so we determine the capitalization of H company. And what about R company? R company's book value. Okay, the R company book value is what, 13.75, and real value of R company, the real value of R company is 12.5. So the first case is justified. What book the capitalization is determined. Next is what, whether the company is under capitalization or over capitalization. So now we are going to take the conclusion here only. Right now book value is, I will change the color 1 minute. So book value is less than the what, real value. So if book value is less than the real value, the company is what, under capitalization. Is it clear? Next, in third case, in R company book value is more than the real value, then company is said to be over capitalization. But don't write it under and over. You have to write it. Comment after completion of H. First you have to complete one by one company. H company book value, H company real value. After that comment. Okay, in that comment, H company book value is less than the real value. Hence, company is said to be under capitalization. So you have to write it in this manner only. Again, you have to calculate heading, write it, R company limited. In that, calculate book value, calculate real value. Again, comment. R company book value is more than the real value. Hence, company is said to be over capitalization. So this is two things are to be clear. So just you have to take the answers and you have to do it. And third one is what next in means third means what that is suggestion, what we have to give the suggestions. So for H company, because H company is what under capitalizations na. If H company is under capitalizations, what are the remedies to overcome from the under capitalization? The first remedies, please note on that, that is issue of bonus shares, already given in the theoretical class. This is also available in that, otherwise you can note on also. First one is issue of bonus shares, increasing par value of shares. Okay. Third one, fresh issue of shares. Okay. Fourth one, splitting of shares. So these are the remedies to overcome from the undercapitalizations. Then what are the remedies to our company, or separately you have to write it? Our company is overcapitalization na? So if company is overcapitalization, so what are the remedies we can take it? For example, reorganization of equity capital, means whatever the equity capital is available in the organizations, we are going to reorganizing it. Okay. And second one, redemption of reissue of preference shares. So whatever the preference shares, first we are going to redemption, after that we are going to reissue. Redemption means a repayment. Okay, we have to make a payment of preference shares, then again fresh preference shares we should have to be issued. Third one, redemption of debenture, whatever the debenture is there, we have to make it a repayment. Okay, so these etc. So these are the different remedies to overcome from the R company limited. Finish. Okay, I already given book value and real value of H company and R company book value, real value, and also given the suggestions you have to be work out. Next, one more most important problem, dear students, I think you will be. So this is a from the following given information, find out the real value of shares during the year 2004, 5 and 6 and compute the book value, comment on the capitalization of the situations. It means, so in this problem they are given you different year earnings 4, 5 and 6. So earnings are available here in this corner. And next is what, and they are given you only liabilities. Okay, so they are given you, see, extract the balance sheet of Siddheshwar Company Limited. It is as follow. See, they are given among the balance sheet, they are given only, they are given you liabilities. So if they are given only liabilities, there is no assets. First most important is what, first we are going to calculate the book value. I will tell you. So what is the formula for book value? Net assets available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. Number of equity shares is available, clear, but there is no net assets available to equity shareholders. So then how we are going to calculate the net assets available to equity shareholders? That is, net assets is equal to total assets minus outside liabilities. Okay, but we can find the outside liabilities. What are the outside liabilities? Creditors. Okay, creditors and bank overdraft, two are the outside liabilities. Yes, we got it. And what about total assets? It is not available. But one thing is what, students, according to the accounting concept, so always liabilities plus capital is equal to assets. Will you believe this? You studied in PUC first year accounting equations. So so liabilities plus capital is equal to assets. But right now in this case, the liabilities plus capital is given in that 32 lakh. So proportionately asset also 32 lakh. Is it clear what I'm going to telling you? I think you are getting the concept. So the whatever the total liabilities is equal to total assets, we can assume that. Basically two method is there, both the method I will tell you. You can calculate real value, but I am going to guide you information regarding how to calculate the book value. So right now we are going to assuming that according to the accounting equation, capital plus liability is equal to assets. Correct? Capital is also available and liability is also available. That capital plus liability is what, 32 lakh. So therefore asset also 32 lakh. So because of that, okay, so right now total asset is what, 32 lakh minus, so in that 32 lakh, next what are the outside liabilities? Already it's available, overdraft and creditors. So 5 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 lakh. So we can minus this, the whatever the remaining is what, net assets. So net assets divided by number of equity shares, so we will get it to the book value. This is a one method. Is it clear? So this is a one method we have to calculate. 32 minus 7 lakh, we get 25 lakh. 25 lakh divided by 1 lakh, we will get it what, 25 rupees per book value. Another method, sir, without assets, is it possible we can calculate the net earnings available to equity share? Formula is same, But ascertaining the net assets available to equity shareholders, there is a one formula. What is that? We can take it. Don't consider our liabilities. So we have to add what equity share capital, we have to add reserves, and we have to add profit. So then we'll get it what net assets available to equity, so net what it is, net assets available to equity shareholders. Is it clear? So then directly we can insert in the formula book value. Right now book value is what, net assets available is what, 20 plus 2 22 plus 3 25 lakh. So 25 lakh divided by 1 lakh, we'll get again 25 rupees. You can method that, you can refer this formula, sorry, you can use this method or you can use the previous method. But previous method is what, there is no net asset. We can assume that. So because capital plus liabilities is equal to assets, it means whatever the liability is 32 lakh, so 32 lakh will be the what, assets. So among which method is comfort, you have to do that. Directly I will give you the answer right now. So book value is, that is 25 rupees, and real value for 2004, the 2004 real value is 20 rupees, and 2005 real value is, okay, 2005 real value is what, 25 rupees, and 2006 real value is, that is 30 rupees. So real value with book value, real value with book value, again real value with book value, you have to compare it. You have to say companies under capitalizations or over capitalizations, and you have to write the concluded. So today I am going to conclude this topic because most of the problems we discussed on capitalizations, whatever I had given homework and whatever I solved, this is a maximum sufficient for your knowledge purpose and your examination point of view. Even in the regular offline classes, if it is possible, again we are going to discuss many different types of problems relating to the capitalizations. Thank you. We'll meet in the next class with a new topic. Thank you.